Ouija boards are usually the talk of the town, especially when Halloween approaches. They have intrigued, fascinated, and spooked people for many years now. These boards serve as a medium to connect with the unseen world. Also, the mysterious boards have been a popular staple in supernatural folklore and popular culture. The Ouija board has much more meaning than just the tales of ghostly communication. Want to know more about Ouija boards? Then stick around as we delve into the top 10 facts about Ouija boards. Let's get started. It has been around for a long time. Yes, Ouija boards are not just coming up recently. It is a well-known tool in spiritualism and dates back to the 19th and early 20th centuries. This was when spiritualism was popular among the upper classes in the US and Europe. Most spiritualists at that time believed that the deceased wished to communicate with the living. So, to ensure this happens, they used talking boards as the medium, especially during the seances, socially accepted gatherings where the living would talk to the spirits. Seances became more popular after the Civil War as grieving families sought closure with their deceased loved ones. There's even a tale of Mary Todd Lincoln hosting seances at the White House to reach her late son. Ouija board was first invented by a toy shop. In 1891, a Pittsburgh toy and novelty shop known as the Danzigers and Company was the first to come up with the beautiful talking board as advertised. The shop described it as the most interesting, remarkable, and mysterious production of the 19th century. During this time, the talking board price was as low as $1.50. Connected to a popular toy company. The term Ouija is a trademark of Hasbro. This is the same company that brought you your childhood favorites, such as Monopoly and Mr. Potato Head. Ouija is used to describe their classic Spirit World game. However, it is also used for any similar kind of spirit or talking board. Ouija board was first marketed as a fun, family-friendly game when it started being sold in the 1800s. So, anytime you think about Ouija board, remember that its origins are similar to those toys you enjoyed during your playtimes back in the day. This is such a fascinating twist in its rich history. Features very specific instructions. The Ouija board has very specific instructions. So, next time you are using it, do not jump right into asking questions and abandoning these rules. The rules are: find a comfortable position to place the Ouija board on the knees of two people, mostly a male and a female. Set the small table on the Ouija board. The participants should then lightly rest their fingers on the planchette, ensuring their touch is firm. They should do this without too much pressure so that the planchette can glide smoothly. The planchette will start to move slowly within 5 minutes and gradually picks up speed. As it moves, pay attention to the symbols that appear through the lens of the planchette. Not loved by Catholics. Ouija boards are pretty popular, however, they are often considered taboo, especially in religious denominations. Most conservative households in the 1960s equated them to scandalous items that should be hidden. The Roman Catholic, in particular, has expressed its disapproval of the Ouija board for many years now. Pope Pius X initiated this in 1919, who cautioned against these games as they were linked to a cult. The Catholic Church sees Ouija boards as a form of divination or seeking information from supernatural sources and warns that it's far from harmless. Use the design for the inventor's gravestone. Elijah Bond is the one who invented the Ouija board. He was first laid to rest in an unmarked grave. He largely contributed to popular culture, which went unrecognized until 2007 when Robert Murch, Ouija historian, located the remains of Elijah in Baltimore. Robert decided to honor Elijah in a better way by arranging a unique tombstone that echoed Bond's legacy. This tomb was a replica of the Ouija board. This distinctive headstone not only marks Bond's final resting place, but also serves as a tribute to the iconic game he brought into the world. People who have visited the resting place of Bond often appreciate the connection between the inventor and what he created. It gives a captivating glimpse into the history of the Ouija board.
When you sit at the board and you ask a question, those small jerky movements in your hand become fluid because you want the board to work. And so, unbeknownst to you, your hands start to move, spelling out the answers.
You spelled hi, friend.
Hi, friend.
Psychics might say that what's really happening is when they sit at the board and ask a question, they start to make telepathy. There's a link between them. They start reading each other's mind, and that's what's happening. But then there's a segment of the population that really believes that you're making contact with something outside of you. That could be a spirit, that could be a demonic entity, that just something other than you is coming through the board.
Studied by psychologists. There has been extensive research surrounding the Ouija board. The recent studies done by the University of British Columbia's Visual Cognition Lab have focused mainly on the game's unique ability to delve into the depths of human thought. Their research involved asking participants various binary questions. When they answered verbally, they only got half of the questions correct. When they answered the questions non-verbally using the Ouija board, their accuracy rate was 65%. This study shows that the Ouija board might tap into humans' subconscious minds, revealing knowledge that they were initially unaware of. It also shows how belief systems impact problem-solving abilities and decision-making techniques. The origin name still remains a debate. To date, people have never settled on where the name Ouija originated from. Many people believe that it's a combination of yes in French and German. That is oui and ja, respectively. However, historian Robert Murch presents a more intriguing theory. Charles Kennard from the Kennard Novelty Company said they named the board during a meeting with Elijah Bond, who first discovered it, and his sister-in-law Helen Peters. This is according to a 1919 article on Medium. Elijah and the sister-in-law were unsure what to name the board, so they asked for help. It is spelled out as Ouija. This means good luck. On this day, Peters wore an Ouija locket inscribed under a woman's photo. Murch believes the inscription was misread, and the woman was British novelist Maria Louise Ramey, known by her pseudonym, Ouida. It is said that Peters wore the locket as a tribute to the woman. Ouija has had a significant impact on the big screen. Ouija board has made it severely to the big screens, especially those with horror and theme. It first appeared on the screens in 1944 in a film called The Uninvited. In 1973, the film The Exorcist made it take center stage as it triggered a haunting plot that left people unnerved. Though in the 1973's film, the board was briefly shown, it played a vital role. It allowed the entity Captain Howdy to communicate with a young girl, which led to terrifying outcomes. Since then, Ouija boards have become the most sought-after props in films dealing with demonic possession and paranormal activity. It has been featured in films such as 13 Ghosts, Paranormal Activity, The Conjuring 2, What Lies Beneath, and the Ouija series. It is the horror movie Witchboard in 1986 that inspired the historian Robert Murch, who is the chairman of the Talking Board Historical Society, to explore deeper into the Ouija's history and impact. Featured on I Love Lucy. In a memorable episode from the first season of the classic sitcom, Lucy develops a fascination with horoscopes and numerology. However, this newfound interest will jeopardize a business deal for her husband, Ricky. Lucy attempts to salvage the situation through the help of Ethel and Fred. However, this hatches one of her signature whimsical plans. They aim to convince the businessman, Mr. Merriweather, that he has successfully made contact with the other side. This scheme does not go as planned, as they assume Mr. Merriweather is trying to reach his late wife. However, they discover that his intended recipient from the spiritual world is not his wife, but his cherished pet dog. This twist showcases Lucy's misadventures in her attempts to navigate the world of numerology and spirit communication. It brings about such an entertaining mix-up in the movie. Ouija board is a captivating object of supernatural folklore and an intricate part of our cultural history. It symbolizes our enduring curiosity about the unknown and the unseen realms of existence. It's a unique intersection of belief, psychology, history, and popular culture that continues to stir our collective imagination. Stay tuned for more spooky and paranormal videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Your support means the world to us.